Hi guys, I'm Syrachime and I welcome you back to another episode of my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play. In the last episode, we took on the Saffron City gym, made it to Sabrina easy enough, but didn't necessarily have an easy time defeating her. If not for a little bit of luck and a little stupidity on her part, I probably would have lost the match, but I won, so I'm happy about that. And in this episode, we're going to go a little bit further on our journey, and to do that, we need to be in the location that you see me at right now, which is Fuchsia City. Yes, we need to go from Fuchsia City to our next location, and to show you where that is, we're going to pull out the town map really quick. So if you go over into our town map, or our files, whatever these things are, open up your town map, you will see that we are here in Fuchsia City. And if you recall, we started out in Pallet Town, and we basically accessed every location here in Kanto, for the most part. The only places we haven't been to is this place right here, Cinnabar Island, and the Indigo Plateau. There's nothing we can do about that yet, but we can go to Cinnabar Island, and that's where we're going to go. Now, as you can see, there are actually two routes to get to Cinnabar Island. You could either take the route here from Fuchsia City, it's a very long route, and take it over to Cinnabar Island, or you could take a relatively short route from Pallet Town and go down to Cinnabar Island that way. Now, if you're lazy like me, you can go to Pallet Town and I'll just take you straight down. You won't have to worry about many trainer battles. It's the best way to go, and we're going to take that route on the way back, but because I hate Professor Oak and I don't want to see that guy for as long as I possibly can, we're going to take the route through Fuchsia City. Yes, I know it's longer, but I get to avoid Professor Oak. How awesome is that? So, with that out of the way, before you actually get started, I would actually recommend that you do a couple of things before we take off. The first thing you want to do is you want to get a lot of repels. I think 20 should do it, but trust me when I say you're going to need a lot of them. We got an area coming up that is going to be annoying to get through on its own. If you don't have repels, it's just going to make it that much worse. The second thing I advise you to do is to go get a lot of Ultra Balls. Yes, I said Ultra Balls. Not Pokeballs, Great Balls, but Ultra Balls. You can get Pokeballs if you want, but we have a Pokemon coming up that is going to probably take us a while to catch. I will not spoil what that is, but get a lot of Ultra Balls. Just trust me. And also, before you go, you want to make sure that you have a Pokemon that learns both Surf and Strength at the same time. You need this, or you will not be able to get through what's coming up. And I'd also recommend that you have your Pokemon leveled up a little bit, which is what I did off screen. I got Cole up to level 40, and all the rest of my team members are up to level 37. If you have them up to 37 or a little higher, that should be sufficient, but just make sure you're leveled up, have Surf, Strength, a lot of Ultra Balls, and a lot of Repels. And if you have that, along with some medical supplies, like Max Revives or Revives and stuff like that, you should be good to go. So, once you have all that, and your Pokemon are fully healed, make sure that's good to go. We're ready to progress on. So what we do is we take the route down here through the south, and you can either go over there or jump some ledges. I'll jump some ledges, because if you don't, there are actually some trainers over here, and I really don't want to battle them. So we're just going to avoid them, and this takes us over to Route 19, Fuchsia City to Seafoam Islands. And as with many new routes, there is actually a new Pokemon you can find here. That one new Pokemon is... The only new Pokemon you could find here on this route is the Water Poison type Pokemon Tentacool. Now, Tentacool is actually a pretty good Pokemon. It's very underrated. It has a really good special defense stat, and that combined with a decent HP stat means you have a pretty good defensive Pokemon right here. And it also has quite a good speed stat, meaning that this is a very fast defensive Pokemon. Unfortunately, not everything is good about Tentacool. It does have a low defense stat, and its offenses, while respectable, are modest to subpar at best. But that doesn't mean that this Pokemon's a bad Pokemon. With a unique typing and a really good defensive capabilities, this Pokemon would be decently good to consider for your team. If you're looking for a Water type or a Poison type, this one could definitely do the job okay. It won't be KOing things, but it will be able to take some hits for you, so if you need a special wall with a lot of decent resistances, and you like the fact that a wall is pretty fast and has modest offenses, this would be a Pokemon to look at right here. Okay, so with the bio out of the way, I guess we are finally ready to progress on towards Seafoam Island and then eventually Cinnabar Island. Alright, so what you're going to want to do here is be sneaky with ninja skills I don't have. And avoid these trainers if you can. Trust me, it'll be a lot better for your well-being and sanity if you can avoid... I go on a rant about how you need to avoid trainers, and I don't even think to avoid the Pokemon there. Okay, so I'm going to throw up a repel real quick, something I forgot to do, and you guys were probably screaming, "You didn't put up a repel!" Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't put up a repel! Alright, so what you want to do is try to avoid... Whoa! We got a swimming party going on here. So if I can avoid these trainers here... Haha! I have defeated Koga. I am a master ninja! Hee moving on. Alright, we got another guy here. Now that I said that, I'm probably going to get caught. Well, I'm just... Oh! Got caught! Seafoam is a quiet getaway. I'm vacationing here. This is Seafoam Island. Looks like we're in the middle of the ocean. Oh, well, anticipating that we might run into some Pokemon trainers, I have a Pokemon out there. Oh my gosh, it's a girl in a bikini! In a game, I've never seen that before. Okay, we got a Seadra there. First battle with my failed ninja skills, and we are going to have my defense lowered because we can. I'm going to use Giga Drain. I don't want to have my defenses lowered. We're going to take out that Seadra in one hit. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to get another grass-type move that we'll have coming up. Hint, hint. Okay, so that takes care of that. What else we got here? We got a Horsey. You know what? I'm kind of spreading out my team a little bit. I really want to keep them up and as highly in health as possible. Let's just put it like that. I really don't want to lose my team or weaken my team to worthless battles, so yeah. I highly advise you to avoid these trainer battles. I mean, you could battle if you want. They'd be excellent for level grinding. I'll probably come back and do these off screen once I get to Cinnabar Island, but I will not do that now. For now, we'll just keep KOing these things with the Pokemon that has proven to be a pretty valuable asset to my team, and at the same time a major headache in Electra. Alright, that takes care of this trainer here. Take care of Shirley. Quit it! What am I doing? I'm just shocking your Pokemon. You quit it! You know, I wouldn't have came over here if you hadn't spotted me. What do you got to say? There's a huge cavern underneath this island. I knew it. Alright, so where is this island? We've heard about it. I've talked about it, but oh, look, it is! So, you know what's funniest? This is Seafoam Islands. Yes, with an S. Where do you see more than one island here? I see this island and nothing else, except some kid here who's probably a trainer. What do you got to say? Oh yeah, you're not a trainer. Strong trainers and water Pokemon are a common sight in these parts. They say that Misty of the Cerulean Gym trains here. Oh gosh, the gym leader that got revenge on me for saying I didn't like her. Why is she and Bill and Professor Oak haunting me? Oh well, moving on. Oh. So where does Erica train? Is that the Saffron City gym or Celadon? Oh, the Safari Zone or something? I don't know. Okay, so yes, this is the Seafoam Islands, but strangely it's just one island. I don't know where the other one went. Or the other ones. Alright, we are going to go in here and take on this incredibly annoying dungeon. Forewarning, this is my second least favorite dungeon in the game, for reasons you will see why shortly. Now, before I actually get too far into this level, there are, as you would guess, a couple of new Pokemon you could find. Those Pokemon are... The first new Pokemon you could find here is the Water-type Pokemon Seal. Now, I actually cannot recommend Seal all that much because of how low its stats are. The positive things about this Pokemon is that it does have a good special defense, HP, and a pretty decent defense stat, but unfortunately, similar to Poliwag earlier, it has a low special attack, and speed stat, meaning that this thing is not going to be able to hit back very hard. And because of that, and the fact that it is outclassed by a lot of other different Pokemon, I would just say completely bypass this one. Aside from its defenses, it doesn't really have anything to contribute worthwhile to your team, and if you're looking for a bulky water type, you could definitely find a lot of better stuff out there. I would just really recommend bypassing this Pokemon and looking for something else altogether. The second new Pokemon you could find here is the Flying Poison type Pokemon Golbat. Now, there's not a lot more that I can say about Golbat that I didn't say about Zubat earlier. You'll get a pretty fast Pokemon that has some decent defenses, decent resistances, and a decent attack stat, but that just pretty much describes how Golbat is. It's just decent and not really anything else. Aside from its unique typing, I would not really recommend Golbat for anything else. There are a lot of better flying types out there, and you can also find some pretty good poison types out there as well. So, you know, if you're looking for a good contributing poison or flying type member to add to your team, I'd definitely look elsewhere, because Golbat is just a bunch of missed potential right here. Another Pokemon you could find here is one that is exclusive to FireRed, and that is the Water-type Pokemon Golduck. Now, there's not a whole lot more that I could say about Golduck that I haven't said about Psyduck already. It's a respectably fast Pokemon with a pretty good special attack stat, and it's got some good defenses, so it can take some hits, and like I said earlier, it has the potential to use special attacks pretty well and take a couple of hits, so if you're looking for a bulky water type and you don't have a Vaporeon or anything like that, I could recommend this Pokemon, especially if you're playing Fire Red. The final new Pokemon you could find here is one that is exclusive to Leaf Green, and that is the Water Psychic type Pokemon Slowbro. Now, like with Golduck, there isn't a great deal that I could say about Slowbro that I haven't already said about Slowpoke, but to kind of reiterate what I have said, Slowbro is a really defensive Pokemon with a slow speed stat and a pretty respectable special attack stat, meaning that this Pokemon will not be going first anytime soon, but it will take the hits for you really well, and you can dish out the damage with a modest special attack stat. That, combined with an insane amount of versatility, means that you could have a really deadly Pokemon on your hands here. So if you're playing Leaf Green and you're looking for a water type and you don't yet have one, I'd highly recommend considering this Pokemon right here. Okay, we got those bios out of the way with all those good water-type Pokemon. And I don't know why you'd need a water type at this current point, but, well, considering you need one to get here, but if you want them, they're there. So yes, if you want to go around here, this dungeon is probably going to be the bane of my existence for the next however many minutes you guys watch this. So, what you're supposed to do is there's an annoying strength puzzle. Yes, the most annoying strength puzzle in history. And I have to get repels because mine wore off. There's a variety of ways you could do this, but I'm going to kind of wait for the moment because there's something I'd like to do first. Don't worry, I won't be getting too off track. I just want to get to a certain area. I'm not exactly sure where that's at, but I'll know it when I said, ooh, item must get. With that, we found a revive. That's pretty good. Go around here, you can get some items. We'll get them as we find them. So yes, what are we going to do here? I forget if we went down or up. Oh, this dungeon is so difficult. They make things so... So yes, this is my least favorite dungeon in the game. Reasons being is that it's just so easy to get lost in this place. It's just... See? I just got lost. Okay, so apparently we gotta go back up and try to figure this out because I am horrible with... Apparently I'm not just bad with ninja skills, I'm horrible with navigational skills. Boy, I would not want to be lost in the Pacific Ocean with me. And I am just totally lost. Well, I hope I don't have to exit this cave and... Ah! Doggone it. And my repel wore off. Oh boy. I will admit I am a little confused as to where to go. It's probably really simple. Okay, I will admit that's where I want to go. Down there. I want to go down here. I apologize if I don't know what I'm doing. Happens more often than you think. I'm going insulting myself now that I've done that. This level is difficult. There's no two ways about it. So, what you want to do is, you saw before that we fall into the water, we get pushed with the currents, and we don't want that to happen. So we have to block the currents with these boulders. And to get these boulders to their right locations, you have to push them down these convenient holes, which just happen to be, like I said, conveniently placed. So you have to push these over. And that takes them down. We're going to follow the boulders down. Will we land on the boulders? No, we won't. Instead, we get blocked by the current. Now, this is one thing we want to do, but there's another thing we want to do if we actually want to get out of here. And what that is... Well, if we go up... Ooh, item. Must get. We found a big pearl. You could sell that for some money. Who doesn't like money? And I think we want to go up here. And this is not one location we want to get to, so we need to go back down and work our way around because I have horrible navigational skills. Ooh, item. Must get. And with that you get the water stone, so if you have a Pokemon that evolves with the water stone, you can get that for free. Or if you're... Excuse me, losing repels. Or if you're just lazy like me, you can just go spin them at the Celadon department store, best city in the game. I will have you guys liking that before this LP is over. Ha ha ha! Okay, moving on because I am totally lost here again. It's just so easy to get mixed up here. This is another location that I did not like as a child. This game just brings back bad and sad memories about everything. Okay, with that we are once again lost. So I'm going to fall through some random holes here till I get swooped out into whatever this... Ooh, item must get. Me and my OCD for items. Alright, what we got here? We have an Ultra Ball. That'll help. Extra free Ultra Ball. Can't complain. Okay, back to the... beginning. I guess if I really wanted to, I could use Doug Trio or El Blanco and dig my way out of here to the top of this place, but I'm going to try and do it this way because you guys are probably laughing at me enjoying this horrible scene that is me flailing around trying to find the exit. Alright, this just... And there my repel goes off. If my repels keep going off, I probably will have to cut it here and just keep trying to find my way. I will find it. I will, at some point, I will find this. There's a... Oh, I think I did it. Yes, I have done it. I have made it to this cavern here. Now, we have to push this other boulder in the hole. You might be asking me why I didn't do this earlier, and that's because I know where to put these, but if I try to do too many things at one time, multitask, I'll just be setting myself up for disaster, and nobody wants to see that except probably you guys watching. So yes, we're going to try to avoid that as much as we can. And we'll push this over here. So I guess while I'm doing this, I can bring up a rather funny topic. Push this down here. I have to keep using strength. There I go, getting off topic again about changing topics. Anyway, as I push this boulder around, I just recently watched a funny SpongeBob episode I just forgot. Yes, we're talking about SpongeBob because this is a place about water, and I can't think of a better topic to talk about than a water creature that lives in a pineapple under the sea. So anyway, yes, saw this SpongeBob episode I liked. I love the episode with Man Ray trying to become a good guy. And Patrick, there goes my... Oh! As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a Pokemon that was a Psyduck. Yes, I love the part where Patrick has to use his wallet to help Man Ray become a good guy, and he drops it, and Man Ray tries to return the wallet to it, but Patrick won't take the wallet because he says it's not his wallet. Then after the thorough convincing that Man Ray gave him with that being his ID and it being in that wallet, therefore it must be his wallet, Patrick said that made sense to him, but that was still not his wallet. So yes, that is my favorite part of that episode, and now that that's over with, I can go try to get back on topic because I am totally lost as of this moment. What was I talking about? Something about root beer, right? Who knows. Okay, so what we're going to do is not go down there. I have a feeling I'm supposed to, but I'm not. Get on a funny topic and I totally lose track of where I am. My goodness, where is everything? Is that where I'm supposed to go? Maybe down here. We'll just follow the holes. Down the hole. Thing that I say that makes my little nephew laugh out loud. Can't believe I just said that. I can't keep up with the funny things like that. You know, the short text for like LOL and BRB. I know what those mean, but just the new age stuff like that. Yeah. So yes, that takes care of that, and this will lead us to a trap. Or the way out somewhere. I bet you that way out's over there. Yes. So as I was saying before I got off topic again, yes, this will take us out of Seafoam Island. Yep, just take that ladder there and you will go out, but we're not going to go out yet because, like I said, there is something really important that we want to do in here, or I didn't say that, but yes, there is something really important we want to do here. And that is my rappel wearing off again, most annoying thing in this dungeon so far. You go over here, try to find our way to the bottom. Here it is. So you take that route, just go around and you'll get to the exit. We're going to surf in this area that I didn't do earlier because back here is a rare Pokemon. Yes, here we have an ultra rare legendary Pokemon, and I am going to attempt to catch this thing. I don't know if I will or not, but we are going to do that in the next episode. Yep, sorry guys. I'm going to save my entire flailing attempts at catching this legendary Pokemon for the next episode, because it's going to be funny and probably take me all episode long to do. So yeah, that's what we're going to do next time. Next time in Pokemon FireRed, we're going to do just pretty much what I said. We're going to try to capture this legendary bird, and depending on how that goes, we might progress on to Cinnabar Island, but catching this bird is going to be the focus of our journey next time. So, with that, I will catch you guys next time.